Very pleased to be joined again by one of UCLA's transfers coming in this offseason, William Kyle III. First, how's time off now from, I'm sure, several weeks of pretty grueling practices?
Yeah, it's been really great, and once again, thank you for having me. It's been really great. I got to see a lot of my family, my grandparents, my sisters, and my niece, mom, dad. Everybody is really happy to see me, and I've just really been enjoying the time off and getting ready before I go back and we get back to work.
What are you telling people? I mean, I'm sure everyone's asking, how's it in LA? How's it at
Yeah.
UCLA? What's kind of been your story that you're telling people about the experience so far?
I would say obviously I've been getting the question, how's LA? Little jokes like Hollywood, Westwood will, stuff like that. So it's been pretty funny. But I would just been telling everybody it's been great, and I'm just having a lot of fun. And I'm just like I'm from a smaller town compared to LA, so I've never lived in a big city in my life. So they've been asking me about everything. I've been telling people about the beach and stuff like that, the team, and just like the Rico runs, like we just talked about briefly. So I've been trying to tell everybody everything, but it's just so much. But I've just been saying it's been a great experience, and I'm just looking forward to continuing this experience. And the season's just right around the corner.
What's been the biggest kind of eye-opening part for you of being in, I mean, a big city, but being in Westwood and being on, that kind of college campus? What's been maybe the like one thing that's kind of just been like I don't know, pleasant surprise or a surprise in some way?
Um, I wouldn't say I have like anything in particular that's been a surprise, but as far as like when I first got to LA, it was definitely an adjustment just because it's my first time ever being this far from home, and so when I first got out there, like it was a little bit tough being pretty far, but once I got to meet the team and some of the guys, and we got going and started forming a relationship with them and the coaches as well, I've been loving it ever since.
Who are you starting to get closest with on the team? Like, who are you, hanging out with the most off outside of basketball?
Yeah, I've got this question from multiple people, but the thing about this team is that it's just so connected, and there's just not like one person on the team that I just get along with more than another teammate. I feel like we're super connected, not only on the court and off the court as well, and we've all gotten to know each other, which is really good considering the new squad that we have and everybody coming from different places. But that's been great. Just hanging out with all the teammates. I feel like I've just gotten along with everybody on the team.
Yeah, it's funny talking to all the guys I think who've come into it since they've all answered
Hmm.
that question pretty much similarly to you, where it's
Hmm.
not anybody in particular, but we're all getting along great, which I think, given
Hmm.
how many newcomers there are, as
Hmm.
you said, obviously super important. So you've now been through, I would guess, some very competitive practices given the amount of
Hmm.
guys who are on this roster now. What stood out to you about that experience, and is it a big jump up from where you were? And not like, obviously not denigrating anywhere where you
Yeah.
were, but is it just the quality of 14 guys who are going at it?
Yeah, most definitely. I would say the biggest jump for me was coming to UCLA and just there being so many other guys that are just athletic as well, and just like bigger guys. Like everybody is like just the talent level. Like because obviously South Dakota State is a great program, but the talent level is significantly different. And when I feel like in my first month here, it was kind of an adjustment period, just figuring out how to be patient because I felt like at times I found myself trying to make a play and being so eager to make a play that I was just rushing everything. I wasn't being patient. So once I got patient on the offensive end, I feel like the defensive end and just flying around, I wasn't very comfortable with that, and I've always been really comfortable with that. But I feel like that was the biggest jump, was just patience and decision making, and just not being too rushed on the offensive end.
Was that a point of emphasis from the coaching staff? And if so, how did they kind of help you with being more patient out there and maybe slowing down a little
Hmm.
bit on the offensive end?
Yeah, that was something that I heard from them as well, and I know. we work with like pads and stuff like that. And another thing I didn't touch on is when I get in, like when like another big adjustment for me was like getting into the paint. There's so many more bodies.
Right.
Like in the Summit League, I'm used to jumping over people, and like nobody's like I was the most athletic player in the Summit League, but just kind of figuring out when to take that extra dribble, when not to, because everybody's coming in, they're trying to strip you. So I feel like I was adjusting with that, and we did that. I work out with the coaches and Coach Savino. We would do some pad work and like digs, just so I could like kind of get a feel for that. And I feel like I've gotten a lot more comfortable with that as well.
That seems like a fantastic learning experience for you, I'm
Hmm.
sure, as you want to get, when you want to have a
Yeah.
pro career and all that kind of stuff,
Hmm.
and you're going to be going against guys who are similarly athletic, maybe even, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen you jump, so maybe not more, but similarly
Hmm.
athletic.
Yeah.
So is that kind of when you were thinking about when you originally made your decision to come to UCLA, was this kind of what you were hoping for? Something that would add nuance to your game, add a little bit
Hmm.
more patience or skill or whatever you want to
Hmm.
call it?
Of course, of course. I knew the jump was going to be different. I knew that it was going to be difficult. Obviously, I feel very comfortable now, but that first month it was a little bit different. Like I felt like I maybe one day I'd have a good practice, and then maybe another day maybe I feel like I could have done better, but I feel like I've been really comfortable uh, as the summer went on. But yeah, that's definitely what I was looking for, and just being held accountable by the coaching staff and Cronin as well. And I feel like being at UCLA, that's what it comes with, is being held accountable and just becoming better by playing against the talent level that we go against every day with all the guys on the team.
You must have nearly, or maybe you did, lead the country in dunks last year.
Hmm.
What's the lob connection like so far with the guards? Do you feel like you've got that connection where you know exactly when they're going to throw one up for you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I feel like we're definitely still working on it, and but I feel like there's times where it's like whoa, whoa. It looks really good, and I'm super excited just to keep working on that with all the guards and stuff. And I feel like the more we do it, the more chemistry we're gonna have, and get that lob threat going.
And then I got to ask about the Rico's runs, because I think
Hmm.
everyone on our message board has been watching the videos of a lot of you guys
Hmm.
going in there and competing against legit pros and these guys from other great college programs. What of that experience? Like, what was the moment where was there a moment where you were just like, "Wow, I'm playing against these guys"? How did this happen?
Yeah. So the first day that we played at Rico, I was nervous. I was pretty nervous, just because it's like I've never like played in the like against this many pros in one place. But the one moment was, and I seen people they had posted the video. But when Harden walked into the gym, that was kind of like one of those moments. I was like, wow, it's like because I mean, it's just an absolute blessing to even be able to be at UCLA and just to play against guys like those and learn from them as well. Uh, was just I can't even put it into words just how amazing that was, and just the whole month seeing like different stars come in and great players as well, and hearing Rico Hines talk to us and give us feedback. It's just so valuable, and just it was amazing.
Was this something? Does the coaching staff encourage you guys to do this, or do they just kind of like
Mhm.
do it if you want, or what? What was kind of the? Did they have any input on what you guys were doing at Rico's?
Yeah, I would say that they definitely encouraged us to go. I mean, I feel like as a team we didn't really need encouragement though, because
No.
who wouldn't want to go and have that experience? I mean, we're all have aspirations of playing at that next level, and it's just so valuable to go over there and actually play against those guys. And I know for myself that was also a confidence booster as well, just playing over against those guys and working on my game and seeing what I can do, and maybe some things that I need to work on as well was really important. And it was just like I just smile every time I think about it, because it was just super fun, and I would have never dreamed of being able to play in that in a million years.
Yeah, and I know for just as like one thing, I know Russell
Hmm.
Westbrook between his freshman and sophomore years, he was out there at they weren't Rico's runs at those times, but they were the Westwood Summer League for UCLA players. And him going against those NBA guys, I think really opened a lot of, those players then told their GMs like, hey, that guy's one to watch. And I think it definitely helped his draft stock after his sophomore year. So valuable time for you.
Yeah.
All right. Being in Westwood, I mean, have you found any favorite spots yet? Have you been to In-N-Out? Like what's restaurant wise? Are you enjoying anything in particular? What's standing out to you?
I would say I don't have a specific spot yet. I know I'm gonna have my car out there in maybe a week or sometime when I go back out there this Friday. I'm gonna get it shipped out there, so maybe I could go out and explore a little bit more. But I have my scooter, so that's how I've been getting around Westwood. But I'm getting more familiar with everything around there, and obviously, it's an amazing community. And I don't have a spot yet, but I know my favorite spot is Chipotle. So I like to get Chipotle a lot. So
nice. And you're not gonna road trip out from Nebraska. You decided not to drive the car.
No, no. I don't think we could make that trip. We're just gonna have to ship it out there.
Nice. All right, William. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate the time, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the summer. And we'll see you in Westwood.
Yep. Thank you.